Alright, we're in Losers Bracket 1, which is round 2 as far as we're concerned. And I'm against Toth, who is on Ikaria Gold, because decks, if it have at least one Ikaria in it, you have to put her in the name. This hand's garbage. We're going to ship it. And hopefully draw something better. I would qualify this as better. At least has 2 power for our factions. It would be real good. We're on the draw here. The best draw possible here, I think, is a seat. Awakened Student, not quite that. So we're not really going to get the leverage to the power off this Initiate immediately, but eventually we might be able to. This first Awakened Student's not going to get buffed at all, though, so we're really not going to get an explosive start. Initiate of the Sands is kind of key in this matchup, though. I'm going to play the student post-combat just to make them think if this is Finest Hour or Stand Together because of that pause. So those little ordering matters sequences, you know, they add up. Now they know, but, you know, cat's out of the bag. So here I've got to decide if I want to get down the obelisk or start dumping students ASAP. They don't play harsh rule, so I think the sooner I just get these students down, the better. And just kind of swarm them would be the idea here. Like now, if I draw power and get to hold up Finest Hour and Obelisk, we're in like really good shape. We'll just have to wait and see. We really just want to draw power, honestly. Yeah, there's Sandstorm Titan. I mean, a Vanquish would be fine here, but yeah, there's power. So now we get to do this. It is depleted power, though. So I guess we don't play Obelisk and just do this attack. And then if they don't block at all, I get to play Marazin's Disciple. They can also double block here, which is probably what will happen. I imagine they just double block this, but there is a risk involved. But I think I'm okay with trading an Awakened Student plus the Finest for a Sandstorm Titan, or just trading an Awakened Student for a Seraph like this, and not killing the Titan, and then I still have the Finest Hour play next turn, and maybe my units will be bigger and it won't be as effective. Yeah, I think we're just going to kill the Seraph here and get down Disciple. I've got to decide if I want a 3-3 Overwhelm, which will become a 4-4 Overwhelm, or just a Deadly guy that's really annoying for them. I think I'm just going to go with the Beef here. Again, try and go wide and pressure them, force them to try and catch up to my board state. Toth's got some options to choose from, but he mostly has a deck of units that are bigger than mine. I unfortunately drew the Awakened Student half of my, or quarter of my 2-drops. If these were all, well, actually, if these were flyers, this Titan would be shutting them down anyways. He does play Torch, okay. That makes that attack make a bit more sense. Protect? Alright. Yeah, I kind of just need to get aggressive here. Let's see. If I swing with this, though, and they block here, I'm kind of priced into some bad moves. So we'll just go like this. Just kind of fight this war of attrition that we're kind of losing, but also getting through damage with in the meantime. Like, if they want to double block the 5-5, they're just taking a lot of damage. Alright, so if they have Torch, this also dies, but we get a Torch out of hand. Alright, no Torch. So, again, they don't play Harsh Rule, so I can just kind of do what I'm doing here. Alright, there's a Vanquish. My Protect is down, sadly. But it means they probably can't play something too big here. They still could, actually. They're at 7. We've got a 3-2 ambush here, so that still gives us plenty of lethality. One of their cards in hand is... Alright, so they're dead. It's been a pleasure. Oh, I could have protected it first. Oops. That was a bit of a misplay, but it didn't matter, because I had lethal. Whenever I have lethal, I just stop thinking about the optimal play, which was protect silence so it doesn't have endurance. I would have had to think about that if I actually needed it for lethal. Alright, so we take game one. They curved down into Ikaria, but we just went wide and beat down with our 2-drops. And that's basically our plan for game two. I'm not going to change a whole lot in this matchup. He has no... Our way to win this game is to leverage our initiative sands, right? Our opponent has this kind of clunky mid-range 3-faction deck, just naturally larger units. I could bring in, you know, my Sandstorm Titans and Reality Wardens and try and go toe-to-toe with him with larger units. But I think the better plan is to just swarm wide like we did that game. This is the wrong deck. Here it is. So this one, if I get the deck list hidden and updated, I mean, dude, it's just basically the same deck, except we up our Vanquish count, get rid of the Cambrai healers, and that's it. That's really the change. I switched like Cambrai healer for a Vanquish. We have all of our flyers and 2-drops still. Every answer to Sandstorm Titan possible with Valkyrie Enforcer and Desert Marshal, or also answers to their own flyers, right? They're playing the Great Parliament and their own Valkyrie Enforcers. So our #1 plan here is to swarm with flyers and kill them in the skies before they can take over the game and get to grinding us out. That is what we hope to pull off here, is just kind of get into a skies race, leverage our initiative sand so that we can get on the board quicker, and then pump them up with Obelisk and stand together and close out the game before they can stabilize. So that is the plan with game two. Very similar to game one. This deck, I decided to go with the build that was better against, like, more suited for Cambrai or other mid-range decks game one. And then if I needed to be better against Burn or whatever, bring in the Cambrai healers, Sandstorm Titans, Protects, etc. Alright, so that is what we're doing. And I'll see you in the next game. Okay, game two of Losers Bracket Round 1. We're up a game on Toth, and we again have a 1-power hand that we are going to happily get rid of. We'll ship that off. And this is a little bit better again. I think Initiative Sands is like our best tool to win this matchup. This wouldn't have had a turn 1 Initiative Sands anyways. We have an Eager Owlet with only one other flyer in hand, which is Marison's Disciple. Looks like I'll probably just open on Awakened Student. Hopefully they don't have Awakened Student here. We're going to lose the Awakened Student war. The reason why I like this Cambrai aggro deck, though, is that it can be on the draw and not be, like, totally dead. If this gets Silence, I'll be pretty sad, but it's better than them using Silences on my flyers, I think. And, okay, they don't have a Desert Marshal. They just chose to play Open Power there. There's the Silence. Alright. Valkyrie Enforcer, so I can go with Dominate the Skies or Seraph here. I already have more Silences in the bag anyways. They have Torch. Tough choice here versus Seraph versus Enforcer. I think Enforcer's the way to go here. Just because it represents my best chance at aggression on this next turn. Alright, so they have a Time Source and a Titan? Is that why they made that attack? I guess they're really happy with this trade as well. But now if they... Before it was maybe a discussion of whether or not I'd bank or Desert Marshal Titan if it came down here. But if I actually get in one extra attack with Awakened Student, that might be worth just using the Vanquish instead. Alright, they seek for power. They find it hard to believe they traded 3 damage for 2 there. Okay, there we go.
I bring you aid.
Now it makes a bit more sense. Okay. So do I want a 3/3 flyer or a 2/2 flyer with a 2/2 body? This one lets me hold up Desert Marshal, but then if I don't get to use it, it's kind of inefficient. Where just getting Marison's Disciples out is nice. I might need this for a Scorpion, though. So I think we'll go with the Owlet play here. I can even use Desert Marshal as a double blocker here if I want to. I don't think I will, but it's something to keep in mind. What do they have in their side? Cambrai healers, Protects, another Rise, Jack, Ikaria, Sword of the Sky King. Okay. I don't think many of those things will come in other than maybe Cambrai healer. That's fine. I'll take 3 damage. This card's kind of useless. Yeah, there's our silence target. We'll save Vanquish for another day.
Think you can escape.
Just use our power efficiently here. Okay. 6 in the sky.
Which would you like?
And we'll just keep slamming flyers here. We now have a 2-turn clock in the air at the moment. And we still got a Vanquish in tow. I could double block this, but I'm not really interested. Or triple block it, honestly. But I'm okay with taking this 4 damage. By keeping both these 2/2s, I have better double blocks against the rest. Plus, if I draw a stand or an obelisk at some point, these could still become relevant on the attack and pushing through damage. So, see here it's tempting to Vanquish this Mystic Ascendant, but I really just want to save this for Sandstorm Titan. If I slam the Ace base, I get a trade on the 3/3 and my other 2 die. Yeah, I think we'll just obelisk here. Doesn't really change my flying clock. But it still seemed better than, like, Seraph Vanquish here. Like, this can draw cards and become a 6/6. Cool. It's ultimately not what's interfering with our game plan at the moment. They can't drop 2 Sandstorm Titans here. So they basically need Sandstorm Titan plus a Desert Marshal, I guess? Alright, Vanquish. Oh, that's true, and then take this out with a Silence. Yeah, They're in the tank about stuff. They swing. That seems risky considering you have... Huh. Like, how does this attack win him the game, right? Like, how does that really help him win the game? Is he winning because he makes this attack? Alright, cool. We win. So yeah, that was our plan, right? Stick with the flyers and go over the top. They have plenty of silences, flyers, and other things. We just have to make our hits count. So there we go. We survived in the loser's bracket for another day. So every match from here on out is still do or die. But I will see you in the next one, loser's bracket 2. GG's to Toph.